Let's see. See what we get. Fuck these allergies. Let's see here. Exit out here. Oh no, I think I like. Let's see. I need to make sure we are actually have audio going. Hello, hello, hello. Hello? Hello? There we go. So how's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's doing alright. It's a little darker in here than usual. Seems like. I don't know. I have seemed to misplace my coffee. Which is unfortunate. I need to find my coffee. I'll be right back. It's like 82 degrees out. I'm drinking iced coffee though. Bingo. Found it. Never put your drinks on your desk, guys. We have new kittens. We have little kittens roaming around. I don't know what the guidelines are on taking medication. So, did put some stuff together to start organizing stuff for the channel. Start organizing stuff to try to start selling some cards. Working on our YouTube channel. Allergies killing me. Put it over for now. We have been playing a lot of TCG live, which I've enjoyed. I actually got a lot of code cards that I need to redeem on my game. I used to give these code cards away, and I'm just like, now I'm utilizing them. I'm just like, what the crap? Didn't think I'd ever be TCG living, but you know, here we are. It's a dope card. We got quite a bit of code cards. The crap, is this the actual Pokemon card? There it is, yeah. Then we got our actual Pokemon cards. Double. That's a holo. These will be bulk cards, I guess. That's got effing holos in it too, so. I don't know whether I should like separate like big hits and then regular holos be bulk, or you know, have holos as hits altogether. I think holos, a holographic card is a hit in general. We've been sorting Pokemon cards. I got some friends that gave me a few cards, just like their bulk cards and stuff, what they call junk cards. I got a buddy who's going to, I think, give me some of his own Magic cards. He's just not into it. And I got friends that are just not getting into Magic, which is interesting. Newer friends that are getting into Magic, which is interesting. I used to play Magic. I got a pretty dope Magic deck. Let's see. You know what? We can literally just do it this way. Top. Of 2026. Set to skyrocket. 6 hours ago. Best Pokemon investment. Pirate King Investments. I don't know if I know that person. I typically like to stick with like people I've watched on the normal. There's a lot of fear mongering going around with Pokemon. They're like, if you don't buy it now, it's gonna skyrocket, and sometimes they are correct. 35 must-have Pokemon cards. Under 25, Pokemon investing on a budget. That's smart. See, this videos like this I like watching. Now, if it's something that pulls my attention like that, then I'll watch it regardless of who it is, just to hear their output on it.
As was requested, to hidden gems under $100 at some point and hidden gems under $200, since that was requested as well. But first, we'll do some of the budget options while there's still budget options, and then we'll move on to the more expensive cards, but still not like, you know, Ascended Heroes chase cards level. But anyways, so this is a continuation of the hidden gems under $50. It's hidden gems under $25, and it will include Scarlet and Violet base, no, Scarlet and Violet era, and Mega Evolutions era. If you are interested in Sword and Shield, I did a bunch of those, as you can see here, under $5, under, let's see here, under $20, under $50, right? I did those. They're a few months old, so you could double check, but usually things don't change super quick. Some of those cards may no longer be under those price points, but that'll give you a sense of what's a good deal right now and what isn't. And then I may do Sword and Shield again at some point, but it has... I do feel like a lot of the potential right now is in the Scarlet and Violet era and Mega Evolutions, since you have seen considerable appreciation in Sword and Shield. Not that it won't appreciate more, like Sun and Moon has had multiple phases of growth, but more on that later. So if you do enjoy Pokemon investing talk like this one, hit that like button to let me know, subscribe. Let me know what you're picking up right now, what's your priority right now in the comments, and let's jump into this. So, Scarlet Valley promos under 25, and we're going to do under 25, but above $10, because $10 will be a video of its own. So let's see here. Where does the $25 mark start? Scarlet and Violet promos. We did Snorlax in the last one. So this Pikachu seems like a clear choice. I still think that... Keep in mind, this is not the Pokemon Center stamped one. This wasn't either. But the PSA 10 of the Pikachu has less population, guys. I know I'm sounding like a broken record to people who are subscribed to the channel and have been subscribed to the channel. But this Pikachu, with the Pokemon Center stamp promo, the PSA 10, there's less of than the Charmander promo, which is more than like double more expensive. So I think there's a lot of room for that Pokemon Center PSA 10 price to move up for this Pikachu. And what'll that do? That'll push up the price of this Pikachu as well. Let's try to find the Charmander one right now. Here, this is the Charmander without the Pokemon Center stamp on it. 73 bucks, right? I do think Pikachu will approach that number as well. Obviously, Charmander will continue to move up as well, but I think there's a lot of room to grow here for the Pikachu. Obviously, Pikachu's the face of the franchise. Obviously, there will be many more Pikachu cards coming out for the 30th anniversary of 30, I believe. So that'll, you know, get people focused on Pikachu.
I wish I would have bought more of the Obsidian Flame ETBs.
The
only one I bought open.
Promo of Pikachu, Pokemon Center Stamp promo of Pikachu from an ETB that we've gotten so far. So I think for all those reasons, it's a very easy pick under 25. This Espeon as well.
The Espeon
obviously,
is beautiful.
Umbreon always has a premium for it. That's just how it goes. But these are matching, and they come in the same figure collection. And so I do think this Espeon is also a good choice, and it is cheaper to reflect the fact that it's not the Umbreon. I honestly, again, I've said it before.
Excuse my
I'm
allergy,
not
guys.
very knowledgeable about this gen, but I do know the Victini red cards do hold that premium in those sets, and this is the Victini illustration rare. I didn't play the games, But I do like the idea of Victini. I think this is a nice illustration rare. It's a promo,
I do love
and I
that
do
illustration
like
rare.
the fact that it said this Pokemon is said to bring victory. It is said that, let's see here, one sec. Traders with Victini will always win regardless of the type of encounter. So I just think it's like not only a card, it's kind of like a good luck charm as well. Plus, like I said, you didn't have an illustration rare of
That
Victini other
Mewtwo
than
is
this.
absolutely
So I
amazing.
do think that that could be worth picking up as well. I'll throw in this illustration contest winner of Pikachu. It's a Pikachu. It's a unique Pikachu. I think the illustration contest 2024 stamp makes it cool as well. The Eevee is an easy buy as well. Prismatic Evolution, I think, has a lot of room to grow. I would suggest the Mimikyu as well. Same with Paldean Fates. Wobbuffet, right? We have much more growth to do with Destined Rivals, so I do
I
think
like the
the
Mimikyu
Wobbuffet
too.
Team Rocket Century promo is a pickup. And I don't know how readily available these are, but obviously Pikachu fighting Mew, I think that is a cool aspect to it. Obviously, I usually prefer illustration rares, but when you have some cool stuff like that, like Pikachu fighting Mew, two popular Pokemon, I think that's always worth a pickup at these price points. And yeah, I think that's enough for the promos for Scarlet and Violet. Now let's move on to Scarlet and Violet base. So I gave a sneak preview. This Graveyard, again, maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong, forgive me. But what's interesting here is not only do I love the artist, Soso, Soso did the Gengar from Fusion Strike, the Great Chase card, the Espeon, doing the Harry Potter Espeon in the library that is in Evolving Skies. So it has a great track record. Now, granted, this Pokemon isn't the most popular, but you have a great artist, great artwork, and you have a sort of cameo of Gengar in it as well. We all know how popular Gengar is. So under the $25 mark, this for me would be a clear pickup. I think that satisfies the one for this. Depends how deep you want to go into cameo. Obviously, Scyther, it's cool cameo here, but obviously a Gengar cameo, you can't compare the level of Gengar with the level of Scyther, to be fair. And for people who believe in a cutesy card investing, the Pachirisu is an option as well.
Alright, let's see this. Where's our phone? There it is. Let's take a picture of this. This will be a good little pickup later for our Gengar collection. Even though it's not a Gengar card. Of course, we gotta add.
Paldea Evolved, which has seen a lot of growth. Like I mentioned in the last video, Frigibax was done by Komiya. It's a Komiya artwork. Also a famous artist, arguably more loved than Soso by the general community. So that, if you want to go for that artist approach, you can do Frigibax. Plus, there's an entire line for Frigibax in this set. So that'll make each one of the individual cards of the line a little more appealing. It's telling that story. Komiya, I think it has a lot of reasons to pick up under the $25 mark. Obviously, Artabax is also part of that evolution line, so similar story there.
The Artabax
So
card is
I would
nice.
also, I've been sitting on this. This has obviously risen since then. I picked up PSA 10s when they were around $100 Canadian. Now they're over 300 last time I checked. So this has seen growth, but I do think it's a cool artwork. It's related to Tauros, Gen 1 Pokemon. Yeah, I do like this for this price point as well, the Paldean Tauros. I'll stick to my guns on that card. And by the way, guys, if you see something you strongly believe, is a great choice, and I didn't mention it, let me know in the comments. I might have missed it. I might have my own reasons for not picking it, but I definitely do appreciate your thoughts and your feedback as well.
I love that Stop Center.
For this set, okay, so Pidgeot's a clear choice, right? Gen 1 Pokemon Final Stage Evolution has a line in this set. I would also say look at the other special illustration rares, right? So I don't even know, is Ninetales it or is it just illustration rare? I don't know. Anyways, Charizard is a special illustration rare, right? Way more expensive than the Pidgeot. Makes sense. It's a Charizard. It's a big chase card of the set. But you even have, I'm guessing these are illustration rares. Ninetales and Cleffa as illustration rares are near the $50 mark. Special illustration rare, Pidgeot, part of a line. Maybe you don't love the artwork, but I do think $22 is very cheap for that card. I'd say the same for the whole line as well. This Pidgeotto, I believe, was going for like 300 Canadian. It could fluctuate in PSA 10, so that price point is just crazy. Only $11. I would strongly recommend picking that up. Caesar as well. I think this is a really cool artwork. And those would be my top priorities. But again, at this price point, how wrong can you really go? Sleeping Pokemon, Lechonk, kind of cute. Houndour, right? I think there's a lot of fans of Houndoom, and so Houndour is right there with it.
That is nuts.
In terms of the evolution line. So, yeah. Honestly, I think you could do a lot worse than picking up cards in Obsidian Flames around this price point. But my priorities would be the Pidgeot, Pidgeotto, and the Caesar, if you don't have them already. Scarlet and Violet 151.
That's a big set right there.
Go. What will be under the $25 mark? So, Nidoking, I suggested it when it was less than $10. Now it's more than doubled since then. I still recommend the Nidoking, right? I think compared to the Pokemon around it, Nidoking is just a much more popular Pokemon than Machoke and Tangela, right? We saw how well
I agree with that.
Giovanni's, or I keep saying Giovanni's, Team Rocket's Nidoking is doing in Destined Rivals, right? Nidoking is popular. So I would say that this card is a clear choice among the cards next to it. But beyond that, I think this Tangela artwork is cute. I like Caterpie in the sense that it was Ash, the first Pokemon Ash caught, I believe. Maybe it was a Pidgey, but I want to say Caterpie was one of the first ones. Oh, this is cool. I didn't even see the cameo here of the other fossil Pokemon. Interesting. And then you could probably do worse. Those are my top priorities, right? Nidoking first, Tangela, Caterpie. And then you could do worse than just picking up 151 illustration rares, right, at this price point. The Venusaur I would also throw in there because it matches this Charizard, this Blastoise. Whatever you want to say about these three, or this rarity, people just like collecting those three final stage evolutions of the first starters. It's just always going to be a thing. And in this set, you can bet there's going to be people that want the Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur. So that's why I believe that Venusaur here is a good pickup long term. Plus keep in mind that Bulbasaur has been getting like on the rise in terms of popularity, in some cases surpassing even Squirtle, even if it's temporary. If you look at what is that set? Stellar Crown, Bulbasaur has surpassed Squirtle for the time being. Obviously, you had that initial Bulbasaur hype as well when the people discovered that Pikachu was in the first partner cards. So for those reasons, like, Venusaur might also at some point become more popular following in Bulbasaur's footsteps. And either way, it is popular in general. Giovanni's Charisma, I think this as a trainer card goes. This is undervalued. This is a special illustration rare. So, yeah, I think this is definitely cheap for what it is. You got even Persian in it. You got I don't know if there's a better Giovanni artwork, honestly. And then you got Ninetales. Yeah, so I think those would be my priorities. But can you go wrong with picking up Ninetales, Alakazam, Zapdos at these
No.
price points long term? No, I don't think so. So a lot
Especially
of
from
stuff that
151.
I like in 151, some more than others, as I mentioned, but a lot of stuff to like in 151 at this price range. Paradox Rift. So 25. Magpie is a clear choice. Yes, it's related to 151 Pokemon Magmar. It's cute. Plus, I love the artwork. I definitely made sure to pick one up when it was cheaper, and I still think it's a good deal when you look at the cards around it. Again, Komiya artwork for those who want to invest in popular artists. That suffices for Paradox Rift at this point.
Ford Ranger has been named the 2025 North American Truck of the Year. That's 5 straight years Ford trucks have received this award.
Paldean Fates. Let's go. Let's see if there's any shinies that haven't popped off yet. So Slowpoke is a clear choice. People are pushing. Pokemon is pushing
peony
Slowpoke
trainer,
or
I love.
responding to demand for Slowpoke. I don't know what it is exactly, but the Slowpoke obviously in Scarlet Valley base has done really well. They're featuring in the 30th set anniversary, they showed a Slowpoke, so they're going to feature Slowpoke in that. They're going to have a Slowpoke card. They had the Slowpoke inside a card that's really popular from the tag team sets. Then I've been to Japan as well. There's Pokemon clothing, and one of the Pokemon that I purchased a shirt for, one of them was Psyduck, interestingly enough. Another one was Slowpoke. So like there is this popularity of these two, and Slowpoke is in this case I feel like a good purchase under the $25 price point. I'd say the same with Entei. I think Entei is a cool one. Suicune was actually in the last shiny set. Suicune was the top chase card out of the shinies. In case I don't know if that's changed, but so I'd say Entei is a pretty cool one to match that card. This is interesting because there's an Umbreon on there, right? So
Oh, there is? I didn't even pay
if we're
attention to
looking
that.
at the popularity of Umbreon, this is probably a pretty safe bet since Umbreon's in there. We saw Morty's Conviction because as a Gengar, it has a more expensive price tag attached to it in Temporal Forces. So I think under this price point in a set as popular as
$19,
Fates,
not bad.
having a Umbreon cameo is reason enough for this card to go up over time. Then there's Charmeleon, of course. You know, look how high the Charmander is. So Charmeleon is one that, in theory, if you have the Charmander, you'd want to get the Charmeleon. So I would recommend that one as well. Routes I would recommend because one of the chase cards is the Gardevoir Shiny, which is this one's related to.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
Those would be my main priorities. If I had to pick some more in this price range, I'd go with Scyther, Abra, Oddish, get some of that Gen 1 love in there as well.
That's fair.
Okay, so that takes us to Temporal Forces. So my precious Arbok and Lickitung have already surpassed that price point.
I like the
And
snob.
I don't necessarily have to pick something for each set. So this may be a set that I skip for the between $25 to $10 price range. I do like Meryl. I like the Meryls in here. I believe, again, not the most popular Pokemon. I believe this is a starter here, and so this is the second stage evolution of a starter. Obviously not from a generation I'm well familiar with. But this one, out of all the ones in this one, is the one that stands out to me, with potentially the Snom as well. It's an interesting artwork.
The
But
Snom is
I
nice.
don't see that big name recognition that you want, or at least 151 recognition. Meryl, though, I feel like is relatively popular. Let's go back to Paldean Fates for an example. Paldea Evolved, I should say. So Meryl is a whopping 64 bucks. So definitely, I feel like, you know, there is popularity with Meryl. There's a Meryl cameo. It's a nice artwork. So that one stands out to me in Temporal Forces for under the $25 price range. This is the best next thing. The rarity that comes after,
Oh, that sucks.
but has the same name,
Oh,
has
yes,
the same Pokemon.
disconnected for a second.
So this Greninja EX is looking all right under the $25 price range. Pinsir, whenever I see 150
The Pinsir is nice.
illustration rare for cheap, I think it's a buy. So I've been talking about this one. I'll recommend it again at this price point. And let's go with Infernape as well, because Infernape is obviously a final stage evolution starter. The fire ones are pretty popular. I do think Infernape is relatively popular. I think this is a good artwork and probably undervalued at this price range, especially when you think what's going to happen when Twilight Masquerade gets older and gets in higher demand. Shrouded Fable, under the $25 price range. Let's see. Nothing standing out to me at this price range. I mean, to be fair, Zorua looks cute. This one is a cute one.
Sora, Monkey
So if you
Dory.
had forced me to choose one, I would probably pick Zorua. But again, nothing screaming out to me in this one.
There's a few I would have picked up. You also gotta watch if you're doing it for because you like the artwork, or if you're looking for a financial gain, which it's a 50-50. You know, you want to pick up something that's gonna, you know, appreciate during time, but also something that you like. What's the point if you don't like it? You know.
Let's see here. We drop below the $25 real quick. I shouted out this Zeraora.
Zero Aura's
Very
dope.
cool artwork. When I saw it in person, I bought it at a percentage when I was vending. I thought it looked very cool. Zeraora has other expensive chase cards in the past. Well, chase, quote unquote chase cards, but other expensive cards in the past, like the Chilling Reign Zeraora, is like 90 bucks last time I checked. So quite a ways to go. Like, this is 6x less expensive. And there's going to be a Mega Zeraora in
Mega Zero
in
Aura.
Pitch
That's
Black,
dope.
which could add additional hype to Zeraora cards. Yeah, this one stands out to me when I look at what's around it the most, for sure. Surging Sparks. Everyone's favorite underrated set.
It is super underrated because a lot of people don't like it because it don't have a lot of like big money cards besides the Pikachu.
Okay. Nothing I love,
It's the Shrivelage I like.
but
This feel I
again,
like.
I wasn't a big fan of Cerulege when people were pumping it a lot. But at this price point, which I do think it has separated, like, I don't think it was always this cheap. At this price point, I think it is a buy. Slackoff is a cute artwork as well. These two stand out to me among this for this set.
Slackoff this is
Again,
really
I
pretty.
don't know how popular Cerulege will be.
The
It
Durant
saw
is
it
another
relatively
card
new
that's
Pokemon in
dope.
time,
Durant
but
and
it's definitely
Pikachu.
cool looking. It's this is a cool artwork, and it's a cheap price point. So I think this one at this point, I didn't always recommend Cerulege. Like when it was more expensive than Latios, I wasn't recommending it. But now at this price point, looks pretty good. In a set as expensive as Prismatic Evolutions, what's available from the $25 to $10 price range? Eevee Master Ball Hollow, reverse hollow. That's a clear one. And that's the standout one here for this price range in Prismatic Evolutions. Let's see how expensive this cerulege is, by the way, because that can sort of tell you how popular. Okay, that's pretty good. 100 USD.
Ooh.
That's pretty good. So yeah, that other cerulege for less than $25 is looking pretty good in Surging Sparks. Journey Together.
Journey Together is good.
I think this card's adorable. First,
Inception EX.
That one was pretty popular.
Belbo.
But yeah, that's not the price range.
Zorak.
I guess
In
that
Zorak.
would have been on the $50 video. And to be fair, Belly Bolt's not that popular, but this card, it like hits me how cute it is. It's a cute card. But Ends Reshiram seems
Ends
like a good
Reshiram,
choice.
$20.
Wailord is, to me,
Wailord, a
prioritized choice over Ends Reshiram. I'd say potentially these two together are more popular, but this Wailord's so sick, man. I can't speak well enough about this artwork. As soon as it came out, I purchased it because I absolutely love it. It's like, you know, if you just look at this part of the card, it looks awesome, like a pirate adventure, and then you throw in this perspective on the Wailord. Although I'm sure Magikarp was doing a lot of the heavy lifting, ironically, but the Magikarp and Wailord card has absolutely popped off. My PSA 10 has quadrupled in price, and obviously that will bring eyes onto Wailord as well. This card is a beautiful card, so I would recommend that as well. Ends Reshiram, like Ends popular, Reshiram's a legendary, is popular. The thing with this card you have to keep in mind is there is a stamped version, which I'm guessing is more expensive. It was the booster box topper. So there are multiple ways to get this, but it's still a beautiful card, and you know both of them are popular. So I could see that one doing well long term as well.
Milton loves rocks.
Yo, what is that, Poso?
So he bought a .rocks domain name with Squarespace.
I've been a moderator for
so you can
54
see
months.
his
Holy
rocks
crap.
And buy his rocks.
Didn't even
and
know
sit on
this
his
was a
rocks.
thing. Me either.
Destined
What you been into,
Rivals.
Poso?
Let's see. There will definitely be choices here. So Destined Rivals.
The Mewtwo at $25
such
is
good
a
set.
good pickup.
Yeah, so I'd recommend this one, Cynthia's Roserade, cool artwork, and Cynthia more so than the Roserade. Team Rocket's Houndoom. Houndoom, like I said, cool. You combine Team Rocket.
Blaziken's nice.
Blaziken was the chase card in Chilling Reign, guys. The chase
Playing
card.
the new Lego Batman
And here you
and
have it for
Forza,
cheap in
nice.
Destined Rivals. I would also throw in the Kangaskhan Gen 1 Love. Rapidash, similar story, Gen 1 Love. Beautiful artwork.
How's that
And
coming along?
I would even throw in this Team Rocket's Murkrow.
I have that Blaziken
It's a
in
Team Rocket
Japanese.
card.
Bro, that's dope.
Murkrow was a popular, or
I love
should say,
Blaziken.
widely used Pokemon.
I
for
have
Team
the
Rocket in Gen 2.
secret
And I think
illustration
this
rare
artwork
from Chilling
goes
Reigns
hard.
of
I think it's a
Blaziken.
really good standout card. So I think all those are good choices. There will be people wanting to master set Destined Rivals. I've talked to people that want to master set Destined Rivals, and these cards are standout even among all the other cards in Destined Rivals. So would suggest all of those. Obviously, there are ones I'd like even more, but they're more expensive at this point.
What command did you
Should I
even
even look
copy
at
in
White Flare and Black Bull? Do you guys
to
know
find
I'm
out
not the biggest fan
how
of
long you've been a
these
moderator?
sets.
Holy crap. But you've been moderator
Okay,
for
so they have
four,
so
what was
much
it,
stuff
4.5
they didn't
years?
have
4 years
pictures
and
for
3
everything.
months? Gigalith, that's nice.
So this
Litwick is
one
dope.
is interesting.
I like the
Why?
Litwick.
Because the first stage evolution has been popping off as of late. And like I said, look for evolution lines. Obviously, people would eventually want to get the entire evolution line. And so they'll start looking at cards related to that card. So if you believe that
That's
this
a
one's
pricey
going to
card,
maintain
yeah.
the price point,
The games are both
chances
good.
are
Nice.
this one will get a bump as a result as well. But the problem is finding popular Pokemon in this set, especially at this price range. So you're probably better off just looking at artworks that you think are standout artworks. But again, not my favorite set to choose from. I do like this artwork at this price point. That's cool. Like the Zen training aspect to it. This I can immediately tell is the same artist that did the pincer. I'm not even going to check, but I would be shocked if it wasn't.
I didn't do anything. Twitch just promoted it if I want to share. Oh, nice.
The Purloin's cute. It's a cute artwork.
Purling is a
But
cute
yeah,
artwork.
Won't go too much into this because, again,
Is this
I'm not
White
an
Flare?
expert on this generation.
I think it is. Yep. Black
I'm just
Bolt.
going to tell you guys, from my perspective, what stands out. But I will say with a caveat that this is not the set I'd be prioritizing.
I agree with that.
personally. Minchino cards can do well. They have a track record for doing relatively well compared to Pokemon around them.
So, did you have class today, Posto? Or are you on break?
Yeah, so nothing that stands out to me there. This one popped off recently, and let's just jump back into that one. This one popped off recently, and for this one, I do think it's a cool artwork. Again, the Pokemon, who cares? But it's a cool artwork. It has that pirate's message in a bottle,
That's cute.
beach vibe to it. It's pretty fun artwork. Okay, Mega Evolution. I think hopefully we can find some good deals here. I do think a lot of Mega Evolution stuff, lower tier stuff, is valued at a very
I have a soft
good
spot for
price
Gen
point.
5. Absolutely.
Obviously, the higher stuff.
It was like my prime time
you know,
when
moves the
I
limit.
collected as a kid.
But
Yeah, I get that.
There, you could
Almost
find
never
good
break,
value
dude. That's
as
dope.
well on the cheaper end of things. Mega Lucario.
Work slowed down a little
I
bit
think
because of
that's an
where
easy
everybody's
choice.
on like
Digiconda
schoolwork
artwork
and stuff.
for Oricorio. Alakazam, of course, absolutely beautiful artwork of a Gen 1 Pokemon. So these guys, these pre-release ones, actually have these, so they're holding quite a bit of value, eh? Interesting. Definitely have this one. Definitely have this one. So $25
I need to check
USD
and see if
between them.
Restream is actually picking up chat.
Man, I should buy more of
What you're
these.
saying, too.
What is it? Build and battle decks.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And I think the Alakazam was up here too. All right. Wow. These promo cards from the build and battle decks can hold more value than I expected. Interesting. I'll have to keep my mind on that in the future. Alakazam's looking nice as a Gen 1 Pokemon, obviously. I do prefer this artwork for sure, but I'm going to have to look into these stamped promos a bit more.
Growler's $10. Zekrom is $10.
Okay, so Piplup seems pretty popular, so I think at this price point you can't go too wrong with Piplup. And with N Zekrom, not my favorite ETB promo for sure. Like, I prefer the Pikachu, I prefer the Charmander, I prefer the Eevee. Honestly, if you're asking me, like, I probably prefer more than that. But and Zekrom, the interesting thing here is the PSA 10 for the Pokemon Center stamped version is very hard to hit, like ridiculously hard to hit. So that the PSA 10s for that stamped version are going to be very expensive. This is a very cheap way of sort of capitalizing on that
I
hype.
think the Zekrom is
that
a
bound
pretty
to be
good promo.
created by,
In
very
my opinion,
expensive
really.
PSA
I have
10
the
sales.
Zekrom.
Plus, like I said,
And,
it's pretty popular. Zekrom's pretty
And
popular.
Restream.
So I do think
Both.
this will
I
be
think
more
they're very good
expensive down
cards.
the line as well.
I have the Riola too. Riola.
Mega Evolution, almost there, guys. So under this price
Bulbasaur
range,
went up a little bit.
Ivysaur, right? You have attached to a line, Gen 1 starter evolution.
Our Shadow
The
went up a
one
little
in
bit.
151 is definitely more expensive than this. Let's actually check that. So 58, right? So Ivysaur can definitely hold more value than this, especially here. You know, 151 is so stacked that Venusaur and the Bulbasaur line can get overshadowed. But here, obviously, one of the big chase cards is Venusaur. And then, so of course, his line will be valuable.
I have to look at 151
This
Bulbasaur
is
line.
worth it
Yes.
for me just because of the Pikachu cameo. I know some people
I do
think
too.
it's stupid to buy cards based on cameos.
I love all the base
but I
151 cards. They're beautiful.
Certain cards do cameos well enough that it warrants a price appreciation over time. And I do think that with this card. I think it's a buy under the $25 price range. Same with Vulpix. Gen 1.
Today I
Great
went to work
artwork. I
first
got
day
this on a
back after
PSA 10.
from my
I put it
accident.
right next to that
I'm
Flareon by
so
the
tired.
fireplace. Flareon V promo in PSA 10, so I put them together. I like the fireplace vibe, and I hope they do more fire Pokemon next to the fireplace, so I can add to that collection. And then we have Steelix here, which is a buy as well. Whatever. That's the under 10. So for here, you could. Those are my main choices, but you could also consider Mega Lucario and Mega Venusaur.
Mega Lucario is
Because
fire.
obviously those are two of the chase cards, and this is a cheaper
$14
version
is
to get them.
not bad.
And I do like the full arts with the Mega Evolutions that they have.
And yeah, it looks
the
like the
final
like
stage
you're
evolution
about to
before
fall
the Mega
asleep.
Evolution included.
Yeah, for
I think
real.
that
I've been
hypes
tired, bro.
the full art a bit more
my hand's
than
broke.
just normal full arts. So same goes.
So,
obviously with
yeah.
Charizard, but that's not in this price.
Do I have a
range.
Rotom? I
Yeah,
have the
this price range,
Wigglytuff and the
honestly,
Piplup. I think I have 2 Piplups.
Piplup. The only
Got the
interesting
Mega
thing,
Lopunny.
I think, and one of the reasons I recommended Piplup before because I
Got the
know
Mega
in
Charizard X.
this set it holds quite a bit of value. This card, it's cute. It's a cute starter, relatively popular starter.
The
and I can
Mega
totally see it surpassing
Charizard X EX. And the
these
bottom
three
is a
cards over
killer
time.
in the game. Did you have
Ascended Heroes. What's gonna be?
did you have follow something?
what's gonna be
My
under the
pit bull ended up
$25
locking into my
price
hand.
range here, just
He
to give you a
thought
okay,
my
so
neighbor's
Meryl,
dog
we saw
was
how
attacking me
popular
when I
Meryl
was
can
giving
get.
him a treat, so he jumped over me and went
over
into his
$60
enclosure and started fighting with him.
USD
And I had to
pound
separate him.
evolved, so I think Meryl for this cheap and such a good set.
Well, I grabbed
relatively
him,
good
pulled him
pickup.
apart to separate. He went to lock back into that dog and locked into my
Combining
hand.
Gen 1 Pokemon with Team
And his
Rocket,
tooth
Aim,
went
and
through my bone that
Giovanni
connects
and
my
VR
thumb to my
logos,
hand.
and
He took a
unique
chunk out of
artwork. I
my
think
back
that
of my
the
hand
duo's
with his
about
other
here at
canine.
15. Cynthia's
So, yeah.
Spiritomb, again, Cynthia's
That Team
popular,
Rocket Duck
which
Trio's
artwork's great.
dope.
I would recommend this one.
Excuse me.
And I don't know if you're an Iono fan, but I would recommend Iono's Wattrell as well for $10.
I don't know if
So
watch
those
those
would be my
dope.
picks. For Ascended
There's a
Heroes at this
lot
price range.
of Ascended Heroes hours I like.
Perfect order.
Yeah, it sucks, but it is what it is. I went to work today. I missed 2 days of work. I made a
I'm gonna
Patreon
pass- I'm gonna
because I
pass.
can't do.
I'll
I don't have
throw in
PayPal.
the
I don't know
Mega
anything else I
Starmie
can
for
tie my
memes,
Twitch to.
Gen 1.
So I made a
plus,
PayPal to try to build, or not PayPal, but made a Patreon to try to build up like my
of
little
the
card
Mega Starmie
business
so
as
memeable
well.
that over time
To try to get it
grows,
going.
I
I'm gonna
think
try to
this
figure out how
has
to
potential.
add in some perks and stuff to it.
And Chaos Rising, the hottest set
Poso,
right now.
did you
I just
subscribe
picked
to
up
my
some
YouTube channel?
cards from this recently,
I think you did. I can't remember.
just at a local shop.
Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan
So,
of pit bulls,
Froakie,
but I'll
clear
keep
pick.
my thoughts to myself. I hear you. There's a
Right,
lot of people that
Froggy
don't really
Beaver.
trust
Those
them
are
or
two
like them.
picked up.
I love pit bulls.
Absolutely obvious choice. Related to the big chase card. Beautiful art.
Definitely my number one favorite dog.
Usually the first evolution's like always more expensive than the second one, but I actually prefer like
Yeah, I have
this
for
one
some
with the
time.
Ninja Star water
Which
shooting
YouTube channel?
even more
I have my music
than
channel.
the Froakie.
I have my
And
card channel.
Those would be the priorities.
And I have my gaming channel.
But I think
Xerneas.
Legendary
The
was
Xerneas
pretty
is so
rare.
nice.
And I believe it's the same.
The
artist
Mega
that did
Greninja
Pokemon
EX is that
for
card. I
Dark
feel like that card's
Evolutions.
gonna go
So
up.
I think this one is worth looking into. And Ampharis.
I
this
think
is
all, bro,
huge
you're a
Ampharis
G.
artwork as well. And as a Gen 2 lover, I do appreciate Ampharis. And then
The
I can tell you right
Mega,
now, I see clear
Floatal,
picks for
bro,
under
it's
$10
fire.
mark. That honestly, if I had to pick some of the ones under $25 for getting some of the one under $10, I'd probably prioritize getting some of the ones under $10. But
Yes.
I think it's hard to go wrong over time with those four at the current price points. And that is it.
So
guys.
many nice cards.
Let me know what you thought of the under 25 video of the under 25 picks. Are there some of your favorites that
Best
you didn't
kept
pick?
secrets.
Which one was your favorite? Which ones are you going to be looking for? at
Pirate King
shows if
Investments
you're going,
is,
like, there's plenty of shows this
dope.
summer.
I actually just, become a fan of him just now. Hidden Gems under 25. This changes everything. Oh, I see. The 30th anniversary. I don't know if that's a legit thing or not. If it is, it's going to be crazy. Hidden Gems under 50. Best kept secrets is one I was really... Let's see, which one? No, it's members only. Fuck. I have that Psyduck too. I had that Psyduck and then I traded it for a Misty Psyduck, which was one of my chase cards.
What up, guys? Today I'm going to be talking about...
It's Japanese, of course. Hey, bro, Japanese cards are superior. I love Japanese cards. I'll be right back. Alright guys, we are back. Misty Psyduck is cool too. Or cute. Absolutely. Fuck my hand, bro. Why can't we just be full-time content creators? Feels like it wasn't no time ago we was. Also, had a job interview. Might be driving ambulance for too long. All right, let's see what we got going on here.
Something I feel passionately about, so I definitely want to
Posto, can you hear the audio all right?
gotten my attention more so as of late in the Pokemon market, and perhaps I should say the Pokemon hobby in general. So I think it's probably one of the best kept secrets.
Kind of
in
low,
the
but I
whole
can't. All right, let
Pokemon
me
market. So make sure to stay tuned for that.
turn it up.
If you do enjoy Pokemon investing videos like this one, I want to keep them
All right, now
coming.
let me see. Let
Like
me
all these
let me know what it
videos,
sounds
a
like.
backlog of them, right? Just hit that like button, subscribe to join the channel, and you'll get regular Pokemon investing content to keep you up to date.
That's good. All right, it's not too.
Pokemon
You
investor.
can still hear me all right, can you?
Also, I did a video because I did a video recently telling you guys that there's going to be a PSA 10 Pokemon card.
Yeah, awesome.
Gold
You're
Rush,
the man.
as PSA on June 2nd is going to stop doing any tiers below the 80 USD mark per card until they catch up on their backlog. So that could easily be half a year, right? And so right now there's going to be huge upward pressure on PSA 10 slabs. I don't know if it'll ever go back to normal in the sense that PSA has raised
No, it just
their
went
lowest
through
tier
the skin
before in
into
price
the bone.
recently to 25.
Luckily, he didn't
Then
shake or rip it.
eventually, if they keep getting enough business, they might just like
It's pretty bloody, or
cut
I'd
out
show
some
it on
tiers
Twitch.
altogether. So grading will only get more expensive as time goes on. It'll only get more difficult to get PSA 10 as time goes on.
I got pictures of it.
Now is this time to strike, so to speak. So for channel members, I did do a PSA 10 slabs I'm targeting right now video. So if you want to support the channel a little extra, you can become a member and get access to unique content like that. But anyways, let's jump into it. So,
Allergies are rocking me.
big love, big passion has been Korean Pokemon cards lately.
Korean Pokemon cards?
So, you can see here, sold Psyduck 110 USD. I've seen some for 120 USD.
Excuse me.
This is a normal in English.
I fucking traded this card not too long ago.
There's definitely been sales over this, but this is just an example. Here's a Korean version, right? Sold for 18 USD.
Oh, wow.
Right? Exact same artwork, and yet you're getting it at a fraction of the price. So
That's crazy.
That's interesting to think about, right? Like, let's just say 120, round up here. Let's just round up here to 20. So it's literally a 6x difference price-wise.
That is
and you
wild.
get the exact same artwork. And
Doesn't
I'd
sound like
say
good time, so
probably
it
in
isn't.
general, this isn't followed as much because the Korean stuff is almost like the wild, wild west of this stuff. Like Collector app doesn't even have Korean prices. I'm pretty sure they may never have them. So there's a cool situation where you pretty much can get prices at a fraction of the cost. You can get Korean cards, and I believe that they grade better than English. So that's something
That's
to consider. I'm
wild.
not really interested in grading them, but it's just something to know that in my experience, they all look like flawless, the ones I've gotten. So I'd say that in general, they're more likely to get a PSA 10 than English cards. So that's just another little tidbit there. Now,
$159.
it gets even more interesting when we look at the sealed product.
Booster box Korean. Okay.
Booster box. And by the way, I got these. I stacked up on these when they were like half the price. So even as a sealed investment, you can buy Korean cards. And the reason I showed you the Psyduck is because this stuff is relatively new. But you'll see the gap between English and Korean over time won't necessarily stay a 6x, as we'll see soon.
That is
So
wild.
with new sets, there really is for now an opportunity to get some of those really expensive cards, fan favorite cards, and then also you have a situation where the more expensive it gets in English over time, the more expensive it gets in Japanese. Korean's usually the cheapest, and then it goes up. Rising tide raises all boats. It will go up as well, as we'll see with some older sets when we take a look closely. But the thing to think about as well is, for me, people say Japanese is the best, whatever. Probably
you
the
go.
quality is the best.
Japanese
But
quality cards
for
are
me, it's the exact same
superior.
thing,
I've said it before.
and I can't read either language.
My
So for
sister
me,
had a
I'm gonna
finger
go with
joint
the
ripped,
Korean
and they
because it's
apparently
cheaper,
doing
and I get the
surgery.
exact same
So at
artwork
least you
that I
don't
love,
gotta
right?
do
I
that.
don't even
Yeah,
think
that's fair.
I heard
I'm
a good
hoping I don't
point
have to have
recently
surgery. I gotta
about someone saying
make an appointment with an
the
orthopedic
English
surgeon.
cards, I can't even read them, and that's true. Like some people just like the artwork, so the Korean way is a good way to go. And I did recently pick up this card myself because I love the Psyduck, but I didn't really want to fork over so much money at this point.
I
for
actually
a
bought this
raw
card for like
English version.
$17.
So 160
for an
USD
English.
for 151
I
right now.
fucked
Booster
up
box in
trading it.
Korean. And then the packs
But I still like the Misty
in
Psyduck.
English are 32. There's 20 of these, specifically in 151, right? You have to do the research and you have to figure out in what set is there how many packs. I've opened these up. There's 20 151 booster boxes. So if we do 20 151 loose packs,
20
32,
packs.
32 times 20, and then we do, that's 640, right? Then we do 640 divided by 160, the cost of this. Then we get to the point where it's 4 times more expensive to open English packs, and it's not even a sealed booster box. So these could be like, it's not even as safe because people.
Yeah,
might
that's
have taken
true.
out the hits
Because I
or
really like what I
whatever,
have.
from different
Like
products.
I'm happy with the
But
trade,
anyways,
regardless.
The loose pack price, if you're gonna open up 20 packs, is actually 4 times more expensive than opening up a booster box of Korean, which arguably has more safety involved. Now, does that mean that it's going to be 4 times more expensive if you hit the English chase card compared to the Korean chase card? Well, look at this. For the Korean, recent sold May 25th, 275 USD.
All
For
right.
the Korean Charizard from 151.
Okay.
Here we have 450 USD for the English Charizard 151. So what does that mean? It means you're only, if you hit the top Charizard chase, it's only 63% more expensive in English, and yet you're paying 4 times more to open it up, right? I'm not gonna get into liquidity.
It's crazy.
Like I do believe, obviously, that the English would sell quicker than Korean.
That's fair.
But it just goes to show that you could get way more bang for your buck if you're opening up Korean packs compared to opening up English packs. And I've been doing that recently because I haven't been opening English products because stuff has gotten so expensive. So if you're like me and you are an investor, but you also like opening up some products sometimes, I strongly recommend you get into some Korean.
I don't
booster
really like
boxes,
Korean
Korean
booster
sets.
boxes.
I pulled really cool
like
stuff. I'll
Japanese
show you one
cards.
card I pulled later on at the end. Actually, I'll just show you now. So I pulled this card, right? You have people selling
Nice.
for 209 USD. You have people asking for even more. I pulled this card in Korean in Mega Dream, right? So you could, it's not like, oh, it's Korean, you can't get a lot of value out of it. You can actually get some pretty pricey cards for sure if you think about it. I've also gotten Marley's Grimmsnarl. I've gotten
As a
Mega
Pikachu in
Starm-
Japan,
Starmie.
bro.
The SIR, I've gotten Clefairy IR.
It's a
I've gotten
$540
Pikachu
card. It's
I've
over
gotten
here in the corner. I
Pikachu
didn't cheat. I see
151, I've
the
gotten
see the
Dragonair,
price.
I've gotten Persian from Shrouded Fable.
How
Like,
much are Japanese
I've
packs?
had way more luck personally with Korean than I have with English as of late, I must say. So that brings us to a really modern example. Chaos Rising.
Chaos
So you have
Rising.
253 USD for a booster box. The Korean equivalent, keep
Oh
in mind,
shit.
these Korean ones for main sets usually have 30 packs. So that is 6 less packs than you get in one of the English booster boxes. So there is a 6-pack deficit, so just keep in mind. So, but 30 compared to 36. But still, the price difference is crazy, right? 5x. Does that mean the Mega
That's wild.
Greninja in English will be 5x the price in Korean?
Yeah, I prefer Japanese over
Not at
Korean,
all.
but
It's
if
not-
the packs
It's
are
like
cheap,
barely double.
I could see myself going
Right.
for it. Yeah, for sure.
Barely
Like if you just
double.
want to open
400
cards for the
USD
art and have them
sold
just to
for
rip,
the
yeah,
English one.
I could see it.
And for
I
the
definitely
Korean
want to
one,
probably gonna start investing in
11
some
sold
Japanese
already, but,
booster
for
boxes.
108.
Like sealed product is nice to have, like as an investment. I would like to have just the Japanese cards in general, because I've always been a fan of Japanese cards. I have some original base set Japanese cards as well. And to me, it goes like Japanese, or it goes English for value wise. Anyways, what I prefer to have is English. Japanese, I would go Chinese, then Korean. Did you ask how much Pikachu? No, the Pikachu is $520. Let's just go TCG player. Just for shits and giggles. Oh, let's see. Chaos Rising. Booster box. Product line. Nope. Filter. Japanese. Rebellion Crash. Booster box. 450. VMAX Rising. Let's see. Condition, near mint, print sets. Well, fuck. Card top, grass top, product cards, seal product. Are you telling me you can't get Chaos Rising in Japanese box on TCG? There we go. Here we go. Shiny Treasures. Scarlet and Violet base is definitely nice. Battle Partners. Infinity Zone booster. Oh, but that's not right. Market price 125. Probably just sold out. Yeah. EV Heroes Gym. Jesus. Even the 151. Oh, yeah, that's. I was gonna say, even this ain't that bad. View listings. Unopened Japanese. That's not 151. But yeah, even TCG has its flaws, has its faults. Battle Partners, Snow Haze, Blue Sky Stream, that'd be dope to have. View all listings. See, that's not bad. That's Korean. Oh shit, yeah. He be right. Welcome back.
80, there's been sales around
Fuck my
double
allergies, bro.
or 2x difference when you're paying 5x more, right? So again, much better bang for your buck if you're opening up stuff. Much better entry points if there are artworks you really like with the Psyduck. And as I've shown, for now at least, if you buy early enough, like this, you can potentially down the line see a bridging of the gap. So this is the oldest card I've shown right now, the Charizard, less than double, right? Difference. So chances are, if you're quick enough, people don't keep track of Korean cards as much as they do for English. So if the English takes off and you get a Korean copy, over time, it will likely bridge that percentage gap, and you'll do really well for yourself. And even if it's not as an investment,
Did the stream drop out, or is
you
I'm just getting notifications
enjoy the
for my
artwork
own
at a
YouTube channel?
cheaper price. And if that's what you like me, eventually down the line, you can always sell your English, keep the artwork in Korean, and get more bang for your buck that way as well. So let me know what you guys think. Do you also
It's
think
good.
that
On Twitch at least?
Korean,
Alright.
or maybe you like Japanese, is good and it has its purposes, right? Whether it's just opening up, whether it's getting better entry points, or even as a potential.
Alright, this dude is really addicting. Because I want to see the PSA slabs I'm targeting right now. Oh yeah, I can't because I'm not a fucking member. Don't miss out. PSA 10 Pokemon cards. Gold Rush has begun. Slabs investments. I feel like it's pretty much the same. Fucking get pan, bro. Which we get hit.
Alright
with a
guys,
shot
we
for
got
saying
some
that.
absolutely game-changing news for Pokemon investors. And it helps a lot of the stuff we've been talking about on the channel and we've been doing on the channel. So we got to get into that. But first, hit that like button. Subscribe if you enjoy Pokemon investing talk like this. We will be talking today about the crazy PSA news that they're halting anything under the $80 tier for a card. And so USD. So that has huge ramifications. And we're going to go through the history of how PSA has been doing stuff to pretty much raise the expense of getting your cards graded, especially getting a PSA 10, as we'll talk about. So we're going to get into that, but it kind of already leads in beautifully to what I was saying here, the great Pokemon investing lie. I made that video where it was like, always sealed is king, right? And I told you guys the best things I made is actually in PSA 10. It was a PSA 10 Charmander, which is like over 20x return in 2 years. So that's pretty insane return, this promo card right here.
That would just kill me.
And yeah, that was with grading. Well, I didn't grade. It was just buying a PSA 10 card. But PSA has shown, I'm not going to get into the stuff about should you grade with PSA. I know a lot of people are making videos upset, saying they'll never grade with PSA again. But I think what you got to keep in mind is PSA has a track record and is constantly doing stuff that for holders of PSA 10 slabs are constantly increasing the value of those PSA 10 slabs. And
He's
we're
got
going
a
to go
point.
into that. But yeah, so again, this news is huge and another benefit to the slab argument versus the sealed argument. But yeah, let's jump into this craziness. So first of all, I've been talking on the channel for a while that PSA 10 slabs, after a certain while, certain age for cards, separate themselves huge, right? This is even taken into account this latest news. But after a while, even before, look at that, the difference. So we have 800 to 1600 roughly, right? The raw and PSA 10 graded. This is the Latias and Latios GX, right? The tag team card. So after a
$20,000.
while,
That's
these
crazy.
cards get old enough, PSA 10 runs compared to the raw. So it's not like they're keeping up percentage-wise. So we have from 800 to 18 to almost 1900. So
That's
a little
crazy.
over 2x. And then what do we have here? We had about
$20,000
$1,600
for a Lovebirds card is
250.
crazy.
So that's almost 10x.
I literally
So
held
we
that card
have,
in my
like,
fucking hand and could have bought it for
almost 2x
$100.
and almost 10x.
It makes me sick to my
returns
stomach
the
that I didn't buy
PSA
that
10
fucking card.
slab compared to
I couldn't bring
the
myself
raw
to
card.
pay $100
Keep
for a
in
fucking
mind,
card. Now it's
this was
$12,000.
by Scarlet and Violet
12 and
standards, a very
$20,000.
easy card to grade. Look at the percentage chance of getting a PSA 10. You could tell by the charts, it's much higher than a lot of the cards in the Scarlet and Violet era. So, again, another win for PSA 10 slab investors. Magikarp, right? This is Paldea Evolved's Magikarp. So, this one's not even nearly as old, but again, you start to see the divergence, right? Look at how close they were, and then look at how far they get. Now, again, this is price charting, so it's not that up to date. What is going on? What? That's a huge difference. Did this double in like a month? This is 2,375. Last sold 5,233. Okay, so it's way bigger difference than I expected here. But
You also gotta watch out
yeah,
for market
look at that
manipulation.
difference. Look how close they were, and then look at that divergence. Right, huge divergence, and it's not even taking into account 5,233. Now the gem rates. Look at the pop report. So you saw here's the Latias and Latios GX. Way more PSA 10s than anything else. Look, for the Magikarp, less PSA 10s, more PSA 9s, more PSA 8s than PSA 10s. So in the long run, this is way newer than the Latias and Latios. In the long run,
So he's
how
telling
big
me
do
is
you
I
think
need
this
to buy the
divergence is
motherfucking
gonna be?
Magikarp.
It's gonna be huge, huge. So that's what I've been talking about, guys. That's why slabs and especially PSA 10s are such and have been such a good investment, and it's going to be a kind of gold rush now as people try to buy up certain cards, because obviously the more it takes the price of grading, the more expensive these slabs are going to be. So people are going to be these upcoming days are going to be rushing
$4,000
to
for a
find the card
PSA
that they
9
want to
or
get,
PSA 10.
that they want to invest in,
$726
because there's
for
gonna
a
be lot of upward
9.5.
pressure on these slab prices. Think about it.
Big
Before,
price
I
gaps.
believe it was like what, 25 USD.
I'd be so disappointed if
say
I
you
got
sent
one
in-
and it didn't grade past an 8.
How many Magikarps does it take? Like let's
Looked at the
say the
Pikachu
gem
when
rate
it
was, if I'm trying to remember, but
uh,
let's just say a
released
card
and
is
thought
10%.
to myself
It's not as low as
that
10%.
I can
but let's
raise
just say a card is
rise in
10%.
price.
So
And
out
here
of
we are
everyone who
now.
sent in
Yes,
expects a
you're
PSA
right.
10 to come back. Then
The Pikachu,
out
bro.
of those 10
Nobody
cards you sent in,
expected
they
it.
think all will get a PSA 10. Usually only one will
Pikachu
come back
needed
a
a
PSA
fire-ass
10, which
card,
is what
though.
a 10% gem rate means. Honestly, you could get 0. You could get more than 1. But usually if you send in 10 that you think look good enough for a PSA 10, you're actually only going to get 1 that comes back a PSA 10. So imagine before you had 25 USD times the price of those raw cards. So take the price of the raw cards times 10 for 10 submissions, and then times
It's a ship.
10 times 25, and then add that all together. Now it's going to be not 10 times 25, it's going to be 10 times 80, right? So you're going to have to pay more to grade your cards.
That's crazy.
And in that regard, to get that PSA 10, you're going to have to pay more. And so obviously those already that have PSA 10s, the price is going to have a lot of pressure to go up because of that reason. They're going to be much more scarce, so you're going to need to invest a lot more to get that PSA 10. And that's going to be reflected in the market as well for the current PSA 10s. And then this is another reason why I
Give
always
him a
told you
thumbs up.
guys, if I see, this is the Dugong from Phantasmal Flames. If I see a Gen 1 for less than 100 or 100 Canadian, like, it's a no-brainer for me. I did the same with Vulpix when it was at like 100 Canadian, and now the Dugong, it's at about 100 Canadian. It's just a no-brainer for PSA 10 of a Gen 1 Pokemon with a nice artwork. It's just a no-brainer. And now, think about it. If you have to pay, like it says here, now it costs $80 to use that service. That's the cheapest submission option at this point. That's literally just the submission is the cost of the Dugong.
Oh, wow.
And not to mention the raw card price, and then the fact that this has a less than 50% gem rate, which means you'll probably have to send in 2, which is, I'm guessing, 80 times 2. Let me know if I'm wrong. That's the way I understood it. Either way, price is going up, which means slab prices will have upward pressure, but I'm guessing it's 80 per card, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what they're saying. And if that's the
That's
case,
crazy.
then it's $80 times the amount of submissions. So that's, if that's the case, like you're literally spending
That's crazy.
what, 170 and then having to wait months to hopefully get one PSA 10,
Yeah, just buy it.
170 USD. And here you could have gotten,
The market
I mean,
is
you
honestly
still
so
can get
stupid.
it
I agree with
online
that.
for 80 USD. So it's just, some of these cards will have so
It's-
much upward
It is
pressure.
cardboard
It's
stock is what it
absolutely
is.
insane. And I previously made a
That's
video
what I try to tell people.
when
It's going to go up. It's
literally,
going to go down. It's going
PSA
to
changed
appreciate
the
and
grading
depreciate
standard
all the time.
so that it had to be more centered than before, making it harder to get that PSA 10. So whether you like them or not, whether you think they're evil capitalists or not, you have to admit that they are consistently doing stuff that raises the value of their PSA 10s. They consistently implementing moves that raises the values of their PSA 10s. And as a
That's crazy,
investor
though,
of PSA 10s,
That PSA is always going to
that
be the
does
rising top dog
make
of
me
graded
happy
cards.
in that sense that my slabs are going up in price as an investor, right? So, guys, in my opinion, if you think something's a good deal right now, if you've been meaning to get that PSA 10 slab, now is the
I fucked
time
up
to
and not
get it.
didn't get the
This is
member on
just
when I
the
seen it at
latest
$600.
news, and that's gonna have people rushing to get
It
PSA
dropped
10
in market
slabs. There's
to
so much other
600.
stuff people talk
I was
about,
like, I'll
they're
get it when
using
it
them
hits
more in
500.
gambling games and stuff like
And the
that. but
motherfucker hit
even
$1,000.
cheaper PSA 10 slabs are getting bought out.
Now it's like
There's
$2,000.
so much pressure on PSA slabs, and this, with the raised minimum price that you now need to pay being way more than before.
All right, so long story short, if it's a graded card and it's under $100, grab it. Basically, is what he's saying. But to be fair, I guess it is a smart move if you want graded cards. There's a thing going around that TCG events, legal TCG events, are not going to be allowed the sales of graded cards or any cards over $1,000. So that is also something to think about. But I think non-sanctioned card shows, like just local card shows, will still allow graded cards and cards of X amount of dollars. My opinion. Cards are always going to be superior when it comes to market value, profit, and so forth. It's going to be up and down. It is literally stock market. But that being said, guys, I think I'm going to bounce for a little while. My allergies are fucking killing me right now. We're going to find somebody to raid. Posto, thank you for hanging out. You're a real OG, bro. Literally an OG. Did you see that some Targets are now cutting sealed product? Yeah. That's crazy that people are like actually like taking and cutting sealed product to where people can't have like, you know, said sealed product for their collection. I would be upset about that for sure. Let's see who we have live that we could raid. Oh yeah. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Ryan, what are you into? Yeah, what is up, bro? And now our alerts are working? What the fuck? Girls? Ayy. What about girls? Facecam is wild. Why is Facecam wild, Ron? Hello, Ron Holmes. How you doing, bro? Mercy Hellhound. Hey guys, if you are not, be sure to check out the YouTube channel. Got to do a plug. We are actually working on our YouTube channel. It is a TCG channel called Brave Rips TCG that I'm also live on from streaming. My fucking allergies are killing me, so excuse me. Let me copy and drop this in here. Ron, how was your stream? Ron, if you are not checking out the TCG channel. We're working on the Cardboard Empire, which will be also my little side hustle. It was good. Sweet. Let me give you a shout out. Actually, Posto, can you give Ron a shout out? Because, you know, with my broke ass hand, it's kind of hard to do anything. Fucking allergies kill me. How do you get a broke ass hand? Literally, my pit bull. I was trying to break up a fight because he felt that I was threatened. Thank you. Threatened by another dog. So he jumped over my shoulder, attacked another pit bull, and slammed it. I had to break up the fight. I went to grab him by the neck to pull him apart, which you never do during a pit bull fight or any dog fight, because your hands could get shredded. You're supposed to pick them up by their feet and pull them apart. You're supposed to throw cold water on them. X, Y, and Z. I grabbed him by the neck, pulled him apart, and he went to lock back in, and his teeth, his canine, sunk into my thumb, through the skin, into my bone, shattered my bone. Guys, I'm a motherfucking mess right now. My allergies been killing me. So that's one reason. I was actually about to head out before you guys rated me, and I would feel like a piece of shit if I kind of bounce. So I am going to go get my nasal spray, and I'll be back. Oh, you're good. You're good, bro. We're making a comeback to streaming. We are making a comeback to streaming. We're streaming on the YouTube channel right now and Twitch. I don't know how we do that. Like, if that's legal. But guys, if you're not, be sure to check out the YouTube channel. I am doing a giveaway at 250 subscribers, a giveaway at 500 subscribers, and a 24-hour stream, and a slab giveaway at 1,000 subscribers. So, yeah, I stream on Twitch, YouTube, Kick, TikTok, all the things. Damn, how much do you pay for that? I know Restream costs is like you have to pay a shit ton for it. No, it's not. You're fucking lying. Don't lie to me like that. Like, anything over 2. I use SE Live OBS plugin. Oh. Bro, I'm gonna have to check it out. Guys, let me go get my nasal spray. Fucking allergies. Excuse me, guys. I apologize. He's obligated by the law now. What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? Sorry, I made you stay where you were getting off. Hey, listen. Bro, fuck it. We ball. We're going to be working on doing a 24-hour stream once we hit some goals, too. So, literally, where was we at, Posto? We were literally just talking about card market. And we was watching a dude talk about PSA slabs. So, quick, anybody into Pokemon cards? Ron, you still collect cards? Also, I still have my signed Ryan Holmes Pokemon card that I got from you. Still up here. Which is dope. Where's it at? It's got Brave and Blood Road on it. And excuse my fucking allergies. Also, guys, thank you for each and every single one of you guys that come through on Ryan's raid. I appreciate you. Mercy, how you doing, Hellhound? I am about to drop you a follow. Are you a streamer? Posto, can you give Mercy a shout out? My fucking allergies. Woo! You guys get to listen to me be miserable with a broke ass hand Worked 10 hours with a broke hand. Still done circles around people. He said he's going to shower and get ready for a movie. Yo, that's dope. Hellhound, I appreciate you. If you guys followed, I appreciate that. We'll chill for a little bit longer. You guys can listen to me be miserable. And listen to Market.
Yeah, there's just
I'm not watching
PSA
YouTube stream.
keeps adding reasons,
Watching YouTube stream.
and if you look at the
You're
patterns,
good.
you look at the history, they will continue.
I don't watch YouTube stream either.
to keep adding reasons and positive momentum for the PSA 10 prices to go up. So, if you ever needed another reason to prefer slabs compared to sealed, again, I do have sealed, I do have slabs. I just think that slabs get a bad rep. But if you ever needed another reason to like,
I don't think I have
slabs
perms. Yes, you
and
do.
the
You're a
security
mod.
of slabs and the
Oh,
potential
yeah.
slabs.
She was here.
Then yeah,
Never mind.
just,
Yep.
just take a look at these charts. See how over time PSA 10 separates from the raw,
Never mind. You're good.
and imagine what's gonna happen when PSA continues to do stuff like this that puts upward pressure on their PSA 10 prices.
So you was talking about other
It's a
stream? No.
recipe for not for grading well, because they seem to make it harder and harder, but it's a recipe for PSA 10s going up over time for sure. But that is it for this video. Let me know, are you just upset at PSA? Do you also see the opportunity not only of the slabs you have appreciating, but of
What is? Let's see. I'll show you my slab posto. Which a lot of people shit on this company. My Charizard. My CGC Gengar I just got. Yeah, no, I opened a different one, but it's I think from the same set. This is my big boy, even though it's CGC. I'm not big into CGC, but there's an 8.5. Just like a $400 card. The Blaze skin, I don't know if you see it good or not. It is probably my favorite graded card I have. And then I have a CGC 10 JoJo Master Ball Chinese. I got I wanted a giveaway actually. Oh, just yeeted my mic. My bad. People are like, let me see that PC, which means private collection. My private collection ranges from like $10 cards to $300, $400, $500 cards. That's a cool one. I appreciate you. Posto, do you have any graded cards? Fuck, my allergies. Y'all just gonna have to suffer with me. I don't. Do you get on Whatnot? I watch a lot of people stream on Whatnot, and I've got the Gengar actually got off of a Whatnot stream. Best kept secret. That's the Korean cards. Hidden gems under 50. Don't miss out. C set to skyrocket. Alright, see the Misty's Psyduck? That's the one I have. Can you repeat? Do you watch Whatnot?
What up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Pirate King Investments. Today we're going to be talking about 10 cards that I think are undervalued and positioned to do really well in the future. So this would be a good time, in my opinion, to grab them if you don't have them already. if you're looking to add them, right? Use your own critical thinking skills. But for me, these cards make a lot of sense right now. If you do enjoy Pokemon investing talk
I
like
watch
this,
Whatnot.
hit
I've
that
got a few
like
cards off
button,
Whatnot.
hit that
I've
subscribe
actually got
button.
quite a few cards,
Before
but
you even
mostly
watch the
because
video,
I
let
win a
me
lot of
know
giveaways.
what card do you think is a good deal right now, whether in Raw or PSA 10. Put it down in the comments below. And if you guys like this video, I could do another one. I specifically did 10 because I could do another 10 in the future if you like these videos relatively soon. Okay, so let's jump into it. But yeah,
I need
let
a
me
mute
know
button to
right
toggle to
now
my
what
keyboard or
card
hotkey.
in the comment section below do you think is undervalued. So first
I had that card for a little bit.
to why I'm looking at this. So this Pikachu right now, 126
Pikachu
bucks.
V, holy
Believe
crap.
me, I pulled this twice from Lost Origin, and I wasn't as ecstatic as you'd think. Although it was cool, obviously, like that's definitely a cool pull.
That is a dope Pikachu.
But at the time, it was worth like 25 bucks Canadian, so less than 20 bucks American. So since then, it's over 6x'd, right? So that's the kind of potential you have if you find some of these singles when they're lower. Like that's a big difference, right? Here, not saying you shouldn't get this, like, right, this can still go up.
I love the
And
red
an
and blue.
example is an era beforehand is this Pikachu with the red as well.
I swear I
But
had that card
what
at some
does it
point.
look like though? It's still cool. It's, you know, approaching double your money. But right, if you would have got this during the previous era when I was pulling it, you would have actually gotten, you know, a way bigger percentage return, right? 500%, over 500% versus this one. Let's say in the next era, it doubles to reach this Pikachu. Then you're talking 100% return, a little less, but
My PC
roughly
goes
100%
from like 3
so there are
cents
time
to
periods where if you can
300.
catch
Yo,
these
that's still
singles
a
at the
solid,
right time,
solid set right there.
you could potentially
It's not all about
do really
how much money you have in a
percentage
PC. It's how much
gain-wise.
you appreciate your
So
cards and how
let's
much
jump
you
into
like.
something that not the first time I talked about this. You'll see some of these cards on this list if you watched some of my older videos. I
Like
recommend the cards
the
before.
individual cards. Yeah, I get
You'll see
that.
cards that I've talked about potentially, some new ones as well, but potentially some that I talked about that have done really well, right? I have talked about this card before. In the past year, it's up 141%. So clearly, it has already done well. But if you look at the grand scheme of things, what's a pretty much $10 card? This is Obsidian Flames, right? Not going to get reprinted. Despite how poorly people talked about that set,
Obsidian Flames
cards
was
have
not a bad
continued
set.
to rise, including the Charizard, which I called out in a previous video. Now it's over like 140 bucks. So I called it out long ago. And it's definitely at least over doubled since then. But rather than call out that expensive card now, quote unquote expensive, by today's standards, maybe not. But rather than call out that Charizard, here I'm going to do something that pretty much everyone can afford. An around $10 card. It's part of a whole line. It's actually less expensive than the Pidgey, even though I think it's a better artwork. I even think it's a better artwork than the Pidgeot. And it has going for it, obviously, Gen 1, part of that line. People like that line, right? Who didn't pick it as when they're playing the Gen 1 game? It's an Obsidian Flames, which is older, plus the
A lot of
PSA
people don't
10
know that
population
some
for
of the
this card
Pidgeot
is less
cards
than
actually
1,000,
are pointing
right?
in different directions of the game as well.
So that's leading to a high PSA 10 price, and that's going to continue to put upward pressure on this raw card. So whether you want to get it in PSA 10, I have one in PSA 10, or whether you want to get it in raw, I think there's a lot of positive things to come for this card. And again, we're trying to not just do well, right? Not just pick cards that go up in price. We're also trying to limit our downside potentially as well. So Zorora. Now this is
This
one
Aurora
that
is a beautiful card.
I
I really
wouldn't
love this
have
card.
actually put on this list if I wasn't vending at a show. Someone came with this and I bought it at a percentage because I thought, man, this looks super cool. The reason why I'm hesitant or was hesitant to include a card like this is because I didn't grow up with this card. I couldn't even tell you what generation it's from. I do think Zeraora, if that's how you say it, looks cool. I think he's getting amazing treatment into cards. There's an almost $90
I don't really feel it in any particular way in
card of
Zeraora.
his in
I get
Chilling
that.
Rain, right? So clearly his name
Exactly what he
can
said
create
in the video. Yeah,
a
like if
lot
you
more
don't grow
expensive
up with a
than
card,
this.
like
Plus, I think this is one
have
of their
that
best
connection, like, oh,
artworks.
this is the set I started with.
Just looks
If you
so
don't
amazing.
know
Like,
about
it
the
really
cards
captures
and they
that
are like a
speed.
newer
Now,
Pokemon,
like,
you
just
come
see,
into
I
it.
looked it up a
I
bit
can get
just
that
to
you're
see
not
if,
like really sentimentally
Zeraora
connected with it.
is popular, and according to AI,
Like, I
at
respect the
least,
artwork. I think
Zeraora
it's
is
a nice
popular. It's
card,
an electric legendary, which is cool.
but it's
And
not
it's
what I
considered
grew up
rare
with.
in the games, which adds a little appeal to it as well. So there's I always liked it aesthetically. Now I know it's a mythical Pokemon. I think that's cool.
It's a mythical
It seems to
Pokemon?
be
Did not know that.
popular. They're giving it a lot of love in the TCG. They're giving it a lot of love with the cards they're creating. Right now you can get this card super cheap. I promise you it looks amazing in hand. And on top of that, there's a Mega Aurora card coming out in Pitch Black. So that could obviously put some positive momentum on old Zeraora cards.
Pitch Black would shoot
So
this card
limited
through the
upside
roof.
at this price point, limited downside at this price point. A very cool looking card, and also good reasons for it to go up. Latias EX, guys, this card is a screaming buy to me. Okay, Latias and Latios GX. Okay, were the biggest chase card, potentially still the most expensive alt art ever, and in
He's
raw,
not wrong.
or no, not in raw, in PSA 10 at the very least. And then I don't know about raw right now, but anyways, the biggest chase card of the whole Sun and Moon era was Latias and Latios GX. This card, along with the Latios, which we'll get to, which are in the same Surging Sparks set, are pretty much an homage to that card as well. So we know these cards, these Pokemon together can do well. We're given connected artworks in this set of them. And to boot, a lot of people think Surging Sparks is undervalued. On top of that, it's not even at all-time highs, guys. It's below all-time highs.
It really
Surging
is.
Sparks is old. It's in that sweet spot where it's like old, but not that old. So it's in the sweet spot for picking up cards you want from it, because it's less likely to get reprints at this point, and obviously it's well positioned to start rising as it gets older and older from here. So this one has huge reasons to do well. It's the second chase card in the whole thing, in the whole set. Plus, like I said, historically you put Latias and Latios together and it can lead to great things. Another thing to keep in mind is the PSA 10 is not even at all-time highs either. Like, I believe even at the beginning when there was hype on release, 942, then it reached another one of 712, and now it's at 577. I think it'll actually eventually surpass that initial hype PSA 10 price. To boot, it's not that easy to grade either, which is
So
good.
you're saying
I
it's
think
gonna
there
be
was
it's
last
gonna
time I
break
checked, it was
$1,000.
like 7,000 something of this. Let's see if this pop report is accurate. No, wow, 5,788. If this is accurate on price charting. So yeah, that is not a lot of PSA 10s in the modern era. As you can see, it's not that easy to grade. There are more PSA 9s. So a lot of things to like about this card. Whether you want to get it, pick up a PSA 10 or a raw, a lot of things to like about it. And then I'm going to mention, although I prefer the Latias, looking at the numbers right now, I used to
Near me at
prefer the
$40 is
Latios,
not bad.
but the Latios has clearly performed well, right? So I knew that it was like super cheap before. It goes with the Latias. I knew there was a lot of reason for it to go up. It's still relatively cheap, but you see it is pretty much at all-time highs, unlike the Latias. So it's at 35 now. I still think it's a good deal. I still think you should pick it up. And the PSA 10 as well is now at all-time highs. So let's see, and there's 7,000, over 7,000 of these. So actually more of the Latias. So there are reasons why I think the Latias right now is potentially an even better deal. Just based on historically, we know people have been willing to pay more for the raw and for the PSA 10, while this one's at all-time highs. But I think this one's still cheap enough that it makes a lot of sense. And you want both of them together, but you want to complete that matching artwork. So like I said, these guys to me are no-brainers. Surging Sparks Latias and Latios have great history together. It just
They really
makes
do
a
have
lot
good
of sense.
history
We
together
reached
as a
higher
set of
prices
cards.
before. Makes a lot of sense. So the next one is Articuno.
I ended up
from
trading
Journey
this
Together. Journey
card,
Together,
but I got a Gengar that I
I
really
like
wanted.
way more than I should. Like if I think about it,
The artwork on
I
this
like Journey
Articuno is
Together
amazing.
a lot more than I should like an quote unquote mid to low tier set. But I just love cards passionately that are in it. So you're gonna see another one soon, but one of them is Articuno, and I really like Articuno. You can get it at a relatively low price right now, right? It is relatively the same price you could have gotten at September 29th, so quite a bit ago. You can get it now at the same price without having to wait that 6 month or more period. All right. On top of that, it's not easy to grade either.
Alright. This dude's getting boring to me. I think I've watched too much of his content. Alright, guys. Let's try this again. I appreciate you guys, each and every single one of you guys stopping by. Poso, thank you for hanging out. Appreciate you not dipping on me when you did. See ya. See ya again, bro. Fuck my allergies. I apologize. But let's see if we can find somebody to raid. Take a nap. Probably going to. Maybe. It won't be long till I actually have to go to bed, so. Because I gotta get up early. Skizzle's live. Spoon's live. Sky's live. Keeping it geekly. Let's see if this is who I think it is. Alright, he's not live right now anyway. Or he is live, but... Savage Pigwood. Numbskull. Let's see. Alright. We are going to raid Skizzle. He's an OG friend. He stopped by in the stream, I think last time. Is he on his channel? So we definitely want to make sure he's actually... I'm heading to sleep shortly. I feel you, bro.
There's nothing like clapping. Ever feel like your days crashing?
Let's get to this ad. Because I don't want to raid somebody that is AFK. Like, you know.
Booking.com makes travel feel easy. From peaceful stays to spacious vacation rentals across the U.S., your ideal escape is only one click away. Go on, book your time.
5-second ad.
Booking.com.
Hi, Toby. Hi, Toby. Everybody's AFK. Fuck. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Drop the kids off at the... yes. Pretty much. Professor Broman. Spoo, Mastodon. Alright, we always have backups to backup, so... So we are gonna go get Gucci. Because Skizzle's not here with us right now. And Sakurana Sami, however you say her name. We're going to raid her. Copy slash raid space paste. Fuck my allergies. One last time. Deuces, guys. Peace out. Much love and appreciation, you guys. I hope to catch you guys again. And I shall see you all. I might try to stream tomorrow. So peace out, guys. Much love and appreciation to each and every single one of you guys. Did we raid? Yes, we did. Alright, peace out, guys.